I'm only gonna. I can only speak to what I said earlier, so I'm not gonna. I'm only gonna speak to what I said earlier. That we got a call before 10 o'clock, about 9:47, that it came in as a helicopter down and a small brush fire. Our firefighters arrived on scene to a small brush fire, and there was an aircraft down. The ground firefighters had to hike into the incident. The firefighter paramedics were in the helicopter, hoisted down to do an investigation of the crash scene, and there are no survivors.
What were the conditions? What were the weather conditions?
That I don't know.
Who made the call?
There are no survivors.
Who made the call?
There's no survivors. It's under investigation, and that's all that we can say.
Do we know who called? Because the identity of the 9 people on board outside of Kobe have not been revealed, will we know when the autopsy results will be revealed so that we can know
The coroner can speak to that upon the review of the autopsy.
Do we know who made the call? Who made the call that the helicopter was down?
That I don't know.
Who called 911?
That I don't know.
Can you tell who was piloting the helicopter?
I don't know.
Mr. Bryan had a helicopter license.
I don't know. And we've really concluded. I just wanted to reiterate what I said because they said it wasn't clear. I'm not going to speak to anything else that the sheriff can answer because it's under investigation.
Why was it so difficult to put out the fire? You talked briefly about a component. Why was that difficult? Is that
Magnesium.
typical?
I talked earlier about the helicopter that had magnesium on the helicopter, and magnesium reacts to water and oxygen when it's burning, so it took an additional amount of time for our firefighters to extinguish the fire.
What time did they recover the bodies? What time did they recover?
The 911 call came in at 9:47. It took approximately 8 minutes for us to arrive on scene, and then approximately another hour for everything to be extinguished.
What time did they get to the helicopter itself?
8 minutes later.
I'm just repeating myself, is that the fact of the matter is that our paramedics did a search and there were no survivors.
Chief, I know you can't get too much into specifics on this, but a question. How wide is the debris field in the area that we're talking about the investigators are going to have to look at, and how are they going to be able to seal off that area to make sure nobody gets in?
The brush fire is 1/4 of an acre, and that's about the size of the debris field. From my understanding. I can't speak to that. I know the sheriff's spoken and hopefully you can understand the sensitivity of the next of kin being notified, and we need to make appropriate notifications upon the identification of the passengers, and that's going to take time. And I know that the coroner has people on scene. Even the coroner himself is en route. That they need to do an investigation. They need to look at the manifest, and they need to confirm the DNA and whatever process the coroner does to confirm the bodies before making an official announcement. And that's up to him.
Can you say where the helicopter is heading from? And
9 people on board. Is it possible there were more people than were supposed to be on board that aircraft on that helicopter?
That's still under investigation.
Can you tell us where the helicopter is going from and to approximately?
I do not have that information.
Was everyone confirmed dead when you arrived on scene?
I'm being repetitive again, but I'm going to repeat it again, is that unfortunately when the firefighter paramedics did a search of the area and identified there were no survivors.
You said it took 8 minutes to arrive on scene. How long did it?
That's undeterminable at this time.
You said it took 8 minutes to get to the scene. How long did it take you to get into the helicopter or to the helicopter itself?
I don't have that information. Magnesium, there's fuel in the helicopter. Magnesium is part of the components that the helicopter is constructed with.
Can you tell us who owned the helicopter?
That I don't know. That's under investigation, and that will be released. That's under investigation. That will be released at another time. So that's okay. That I don't know. That's under investigation. So I've said enough. Okay.
Hey guys, real quick, I'm Sergeant Grubb from Sheriff's Information Bureau. Does anybody need a Spanish language interpretation? How many